You've got things in your bag that your other friends have not. But you are all travelling, whether by foot, whether by car, whether by bike. And that's one of the great things that we have as a people, sharing each other's culture.
When you walk this great land, we all call Australia. Just remember that you walk on the bones, sweat and tears of my ancestors, whose footprint have walked that path before you.
To be on this journey, it's probably like shown how, like what my ancestors would go through and what it would feel like for them, how I'm experiencing it.
Back in the day, everyone used to travel a great length, just to connect with each other.
The way these kids learn and that, it's Aboriginal, just looking and listening and they really get along with each other. And that's what it's all about.
It feels really tough, but at the end of it, you kind of just realise and you kind of have this sense of accomplishment that, wow, I just completed almost over 100 kilometres of exercise with all these strangers that I've never met. It's just so overwhelmingly amazing.
This is a journey they won't forget. And I think it's symbolic in their learnings and their growing up as adults. The message stick is symbolic of this journey because it gives them safe travels and safe passageway from their journey from Baramba all the way down to Manduraba. And lots of people, when they travelled in ancient times, they always asked for safe passage. And so this, to me, is a carry-on of the traditions thousands of years ago.
It's a main part of Bunya Bay. The message stick is passed from group to group all the way down to Stradbroke. At the Bunya Bay opening, my grandmother was giving a speech and she passed it to me, and I felt very honoured and proud that I have, been able to do this, and I'm just happy to represent my family and play a part in this journey. Yeah.
Be able to travel down the river in a canoe and just look at the countryside. They are going to cherish this memory. If I was their age, I would jump at the chance to be able to do it. I'd love to do it even now, even though I'm old, but I need a canoe big enough for me, so.
The best part of my journey was we saw this massive white-bellied seagull nest at the top of a tree, and that was really cool because from England you don't see massive birds, and definitely not massive bird nests.
We went to Mount Gabani and seen the cliff and how much it has eroded over time. It's probably 200 metres of just sedimentary and all these kind of different rocks up in the air, and that was pretty cool.
Obviously being on the river for hours and hours and hours every day, it's hard. It feels weird just now being separate from it. You really hold on to that after just being with it for so long. So, and talking to everyone that we meet along the way, I feel like that's a main part of being a river ambassador, is sharing that message too. So,
anytime we basically went off on a tangent was my favourite part, I reckon. Off on a tangent, catching chairs, catching rubbish, catching people in the park doing Tai Chi, that sort of thing. learning stuff on Bunya to the Bay is it's a purposeful accident. So you never really set off to do things, but they kind of just happen. And then it's just the act of learning things by accident is the best type of learning, I reckon.
Kind of, you had to find self-confidence in yourself because all of the teachers there didn't give you any clues. It was all relying on us, and it was really great that we could just come into a team and we could just listen to each other and we could navigate and we could go, hey, that point's that point. And we'd get to our final point and we'd go, oh my gosh, we just navigated that whole entire 12 kilometres without any help. It was amazing. So it was just, wow, we could do this, you know. Like before that, we just rely on our phones, and then we were so reliant on just recognising what the hill shape looked like, what the map looked like. It was so good.
I'm glad my sister asked me to come out and just to see what you young people are going to do and what you have already done. I heard somebody would say, I want to learn about the culture. I want to learn about the environment. I want to share my journey with someone else who's going on this journey so we can learn from each other. And this is what the Aboriginal people were. They learned from their elders. They would pass down things that would happen that they wanted our young people to know. And this is why the Aboriginal culture is a very, very rich culture.
Yeah, Uncle Ken Murphy at the message stick handover from Leg 2, he really pushed for like look, listen, take in what you see and what you hear, and that's something I kept in my mind the whole way down. I thought that was pretty special because, yeah, when you really focused, you did see and hear a lot.
I definitely, 100%, it beats a classroom. Who'd want to sit in a classroom when they got this? You look around you, look at it. It's absolutely gorgeous country. I love my country, and I'm proud to stand here and welcome, you know, people that are genuine. Oh, I can't even put it into words how I'm feeling. Go on. What do you think?
I think I'm going to cry.
Yeah, it means a lot to us. It means a lot.
The things I'm going to look back on is definitely being grateful for what I have, like a room and like food that's not dehydrated. Also the scenery. The scenery is amazing. You couldn't picture it unless you're in the moment. It's very good to soak it in. And just the friends that you make over the journey. It was absolutely incredible to be able to be yourself in front of complete strangers.
I can see what it's done for them. They will be able to function in this world the way it is by doing what they're doing, you know. They start to get to know who they are and what they are and where they are, and talking to other kids and operate with each other, you know.
Yeah, I reckon it's taught me just to be myself, trying to change who I am, but on this I've showed my colours and who I am.
I doubted myself so much that I was so hesitant. I was so scared to come on this trip. And then I got on it, and I've had so much fun. And I was like, if I had let that stop me, I wouldn't have experienced it in the first place. And I'm glad that I have, and I'm glad that I can share this now as well. I feel very grateful for what I've got. And also, I feel very grateful for having this opportunity to show me to be grateful for those kind of things as well. But also that it's like an experience that can scare you it was still an amazing experience.
I believe this trip is about learning and growing as a person and teaching people your knowledge. And the way we do that is by connecting with the environment and each other and people you haven't met before, but you still are willing to learn and grow from them.
Like connecting with others, like you're socialising. And when you socialise, it helps with your mental health and just makes you feel better with like laughter and like just chatter and knowing each other. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what like connecting for me means and why it's important to me.
There's going to be 4 groups and we're all going to go travel down the Brisbane River to the coast. But this stick is like a key, a special key, and it allows us to pass through all the different lands and all the different tribes.
Yeah, that was lovely, like to interact with the seniors, and then to come and see the little preppies that are just starting out. You know, maybe one day, you know, in a few years, these little preppy kids will be the ones, you know, standing here and doing the, you know, being an ambassador for the Bunya to the Bay, you know.
It's definitely important because to leave the next generation or younger people clueless, like, that's not going to do any good. So to be passing on the knowledge and the experiences and what they know works and what doesn't, and yeah, to pass it on is definitely really important so that we don't leave the younger people clueless.
Every little thing is gonna be all right. The sails up and they were singing, and you know, I said, look, they only came from that corner to this corner, and look at them. You know, if the world could get on like that, you know, how good's that? You know, it's worth the program's worth it.
None of us had done any of the stuff we were doing. We were all learning together. It wasn't even just a shared experience, but it was the shared jokes and the shared, and just all of it. Like, we were all in the same boat, literally. Sorry, but we were all in the same boat, and it's like we're learning together.
It does need to go forever, you know.
And these little ambassadors, they really are ambassadors.
It's actually incredible because you don't get this experience every day. Like, it's a once in a lifetime thing, and it's something that you can tell your kids and tell generations from now on about how you learnt and how you grew through the entire Bunya Bay journey.
That's how I find the river ambassadors. They've actually started a journey here, and it's given them good tools to carry throughout their life. The message stick is like a key to the next part of the journey.
I come from the dream time, this land is my heart. I am part of this land, do not tear us apart. I'm one with the Father, the Spirit, the rain. Do not force us away, do not cause us great pain. The beasts and the trees all know us by name. This land speaks to me, my tongue is the same. I am this land is me, Aborigine.